Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. Come on in, y'all. We're gonna get crafty on this amazing day. So whenever you get here, say hello, hit the heart button for me, and tell me what you're doing today. Are you doing anything fun? Housework, cooking, running errands? I don't know, maybe you're crafting. But whenever you get here, comment the word kitchen. That is going to get you all of the supplies that we're using. I've been wanting to do this transfer from Tiffany Thiessen's new collection on a glass cutting board, y'all. Are y'all drinking your coffee? I have my cup of coffee right here. So say hello. Hi friends, how are y'all doing? I am going to notify the broadcast channel because that is how they get notified when we are live. So let me open this up. This one is called Grow Your Own, and we are going to use it today on a glass cutting board. I hope you guys like this. I hope it turns out the way I planned. Let's just say that. Hello, friends. Comment the word kitchen. Down below should be a pinned comment, and it says comment kitchen. To get all the details, and in that little message, if you open it up, there's going to be a link to join our broadcast channel. That's number one. It's free to join. It's just a way for me to message you. And then number two, I have the link for the glass cutting boards. Okay, so let me scoot back, y'all. I got a lot of things. Okay, so check out what we're going to use. Look how stinking cute this is. I am in love with this transfer. It's got a bunch of fruits, a bunch of veggies. In fact, I had to, what did I do? I Googled a bunch of different images of different types of fruits and veggies so that I can kind of see my color scheme. But I have my cheat sheet right here, and I have a ton of colors. So we're going to get started and hope and pray that this works out. So I've got a bunch of paintbrushes. Let me grab my little cart. All my goodies, say hello whenever you get here. Happy Saturday, y'all. I hope you guys are super well. We've got a busy day today. I am taking Dylan to, he wants to get highlights. So we're gonna go to a highlight consultation. So that'll be interesting. Let's see what happens with that. Okay, so this is my little glass. It's not really little. But I'm going to pop these off, these little edge pieces that kind of, I don't know, keep it, I don't know, from breaking the corners. I don't know. And we're going to peel one of the sides off. Very loud. Sorry, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Hi, Carla. Okay, so here's the cool thing about the glass cutting board and this transfer. So there's no words, right? So basically, technically I'm putting it on the back or the underside of the cutting board so that I can still use the top and not, like, I don't know, scratch off the paste. So let's see what we can do. I know the cutting board is a little bit shorter than the transfer, but that's okay. Kayla doesn't drink coffee. That's okay. For just the corn, Missy, you want the corn. I get it. Okay, so here is a tip. Anytime you are using glass, you must fuzz your transfer like crazy because this is going to stick very, very well to this. The transfer is going to stick really well to the glass. And I don't want to stretch my transfer whenever I go to peel it up. So I am going to fuzz it like crazy. Okay. Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Hi, Jeannie. You have a running joke with your son about corn? Oh, please tell. I would love to hear that. So I hope you guys are well, y'all. We are just doing all the things this morning. We're gonna probably use majority paintbrushes to apply our paste today. But as you can see, this is very, very sticky. Let's see what happens. So let me turn this like so. And we're going to have to do this like in, I don't even know. I don't know. We're just going to try it. But look, see how sticky it is? Like, holy moly. Hold on. Let me scoot this back. I don't know, Linda. That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I don't know. You could probably heat set it. Jeannie is working on new raised veggie beds this morning. Oh, that's exciting. Hi, Kathy Kaiser. How are you? I normally see you on the replay. So welcome, my friend. Okay, so hold on just a second. We're just going to kind of work left to right on this. But this is part of Tiffany's collection. If you don't know, we have a collaboration with her, partnership with her now. And all of these new transfers are her designs. And I thought this would be really cute on this cutting board. So here's the trick. Well, I say the trick. I don't even know if I can execute the trick. Because this is so sticky, like I said, I'm going to have to work in sections to make sure that I don't have any air bubbles. But as you can see, I'm kind of lifting at the corner and pressing down as I work my way around this in hopes that I get them all out. So far, so good. Okay, so we've got a couple things on here. Well, we have more than a couple, but I'm going to let that sit there for a second. And like I said, I have my cheat sheet of all the things that are on this. And we're going to try and execute this. We're going to try. So we know the carrots, right? I'm going to do papaya for the carrots. And then some greens. So I'm going to go ahead and open up. Dana's still working on her egg wreath. Are you struggling? The egg wreath is kind of difficult because it's not a flat surface. This would be cute on the front of a microwave. All right, so I did not put any colors in the supply list because I just grabbed a bunch of different ones because I don't really know what colors we're going to use. So just use any color, okay? But I did put the transfer and all the tools that we're going to use. And let me just get all of these open. And we're just going to have a color heyday. Marty making a mess. Hello, Marcy. I got to put grass seed down today. Oh, so much fun, right? You have one of those little push things. The little seeders. Teresa's going to weed eat. Hey, Deb. All right, so I've got berry. I have papaya. Lots of colors, y'all. Lots and lots of colors. Orange peel because there's an orange on here. I don't know how many colors I have. Probably like 20. Bumblebee. I have cherry. I have candy apple. And we're going to try to achieve the best colors for these fruits and veggies. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to certainly try. And I hope that I inspire you to do this yourself. All right, let's start with this left side right here. Let me grab, let's see here. Let's grab a paintbrush. Yes. It's difficult, Dana. Trust me, I know. He was on a road trip with my brother to go see a buddy of theirs, and everywhere they looked, there was more and more cornfields. It was like, hey, a building that then looked more corn. By the time they got home, he didn't see another cornfield, which isn't realistic, but hearing him tell the story makes it even funnier. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to grab some pesto and just put this all over the transfer. Well, for the top of the carrots at least. Hopefully, I don't know if y'all can see this. And then I'm gonna go grab some sage. We're just gonna kind of mix and go. 25 trees, holy cow. That is a lot. So if you didn't know, you can definitely use our paste with the paintbrush on the transfers. I like it because it helps you blend a lot easier. Yes, I may be mixing my colors in my jar, but I'm not mad about it. So you do you. All right, I gotta work kind of quickly because I don't want my paste to dry in the screen. So once we're done with this part, we will lift it up and release it from the screen. And I don't know where I'm going to put everything. Lovely. La-ti-da. Okay, so I'm going to lift that up. Super cute. As I do that and lay it back down, I'm going to press by my carrots. Okay. Then I'm going to take, let's go like this. Mini squeegee. Where are you? We're going to do papaya for the carrots. All over. I love her designs. So just comment the word kitchen and I will send you a link to grab this design. We've got a lot of specials going on right now, in case you weren't aware. Okay. Lift. And when I lift it, I'm releasing the paste from the screen because if I leave it in the screen too long, it's going to dry and it's not going to end up on my cutting board. Okay, so now I'm going to work with, pretty sure this is a fig over here. And when I Googled what a fig looked like that, this top one. So I know I want to do a little bit of purple. So I grabbed me a pack of color trays. These are awesome to have, by the way. Zach is in the garage messing around. Who knows? Who knows? I need to make this darker. So let me add a little bit of black to the Regal color and see what we can come up with. Look, I got all those star sticks. Okay, purple. I don't need a whole lot. And a little bit of black. And I'm going to mix it. And they always say, add very little black. And I didn't. So it pretty much turned it black. Hello, Nancy. All right, let's go and add more purple. And see what we can achieve. All right, that is very purple. No, it's very black. So let's add more. There we go, that looks good. It's darker, right? So now what I want to do is I want to just do the outside of this in the dark purple color all the way around And the fig is kind of hanging off the side. And then we'll go in the middle. I have no idea what color to put in the middle. I have no idea. And I don't have enough room here, y'all. Okay, so it looks to be like, I think I'm going to use pomegranate. Not pomegranate. Currant jam. I don't know why I said pomegranate. Probably because there's a pomegranate on here. What colors would y'all use for a pomegranate? Okay, so there's our fig. So we're going to lift this up. And then we're just going to lay it back down. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to work on our orange. Yeah, he has a lot more crosses to cut. Poor Zach, I know. He's a mess. But you know, he loves y'all. He does it for you. Okay, so orange, peel for the orange. I think that's appropriate, right? I need to lift this up. Y'all see what we're working with so far? Okay, so I am going to lay this back down, trying to make sure I don't have any air bubbles. These I'm going to do lime wedges. I don't know what color to do. Let's see what my handy dandy cheat sheet. I don't even know if I did limes. Yes, I did. So, what if we used gravity for the outside? I don't know what color to use for the inside, y'all. Y'all have any suggestions? Because I really don't have. Ooh, we could use shimmer olive. And my new thing is using the paintbrush because I feel like I have more control with the paintbrush. What are these? Lime wheels? Not lime wedges. So there is a lemon over here on this side. At least that's what I'm going to call it. Okay, very quick. I'm going to grab shimmer olive. Oh Lord, this is like bottom of the barrel. Holy cow. Not good, not good. All right, let me just mix this around. Hold on. So I sprayed some water in here. Only spray distilled or purified water in your jar. Otherwise, you're going to have like funky things growing in there. So, let's see if I can make this work. Add white to the gravity, I think I saw. Yeah, probably should have, but I didn't. I think this is going to be cute sitting on my counter. I got a lot of paste, y'all. Too much. We have baseball game today. Actually, this evening. Can't wait to watch the boys play. All right, let me work quickly so that I can peel this up. All right, there's that. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's cute. Okay, lay this back down. And let's see here. I missed a couple spots up here at the top. Right there. Okay. Awesome sauce. All right, lay it down. Might need that in a second. Let me get some of this out of the way. Ooh, your grandson has prom. Wasn't there a lime color once? Wild lime, yes. Gravity is the outside. Okay, so I think this one right here is, I know you guys probably can't see, but let me see. What's the difference between, actually, I think this is a turnip. I don't eat those. Do y'all eat those? No, thank you. All right, so let's do some green up here. And make it a little bit two-toned with some meadow. And then I feel like the turnip needs to be currant jam. We'll see. Okay, turnip is going to be a little bit lighter up at the top. So I'm going to grab my Dune. And then we'll incorporate another color in it. Yes. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? Baseball games mean spring is here. Yes, ma'am. All right, let's do this in currant jam. And then I'm going to take my finger and kind of mix those in like so. Yep, that's right, Becky. I'm so excited. Okay, let me lift this up. Oh, that's so cute, y'all. That's so cute. Okay, let's lay it back down. Now we have garlic. Holy cow. Garlic. Wow. I don't even know. I feel like camel should be in the center for our actual cloves. So I am using my detail tool for that. And then I think we're going to do Dune on the outside. Y'all, I can't believe how many colors I'm using today. I'm winning. All right, let me grab a paintbrush. Vanilla, could do vanilla. I have some vanilla. just put that all over with our paintbrush. And it's okay if they blend. Too much on my paintbrush. All right, let's see here. Now we have a pomegranate, y'all. I don't even know what to do for pomegranate. Okay. Let's flip this up again. Oh my gosh, yes. I don't know if y'all can see that. You can see it. All right, so I'm going to press this down as we work. Lay it down. Okay. All right, pomegranates. They are kind of red. Right there. Let's see here. I know that I need some camel at the top for like, I don't even know what you call this. It's not really the stem. I guess it could be the stem. Dark red, like cherry, you think? Cherry color. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go around the whole thing. Well, I'm going to go around the edges and the center. And then what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some white. Zach loves pomegranate too. It's like a tradition. I think it's every Christmas Eve we have it. Is that even a thing? And then I'm going to grab another paintbrush. Let me grab a color tray because I really don't want to mix my cherry and my white together. I'm not about to do that. And I'm just going to kind of make a little bit lighter of a color for the seeds. I think that's what they're called. And just paint these on. It's kind of like a light pink. It's actually really pretty. Okay. Need more room. All right, let me blend this up here. And then we're going to lift it up. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, now we have the radish. No, thank you. I do not eat radishes. Let's go find the radish right there. So this one's going to be red-ish. Let's use more green for the leafy part. I have a little bit of meadow mixed in there. This is like sloppy painting to me, y'all. I love it. A beet. Is it a beet? Deb suggested currant jam. Okay. Is a beet and a radish the same thing? I don't know, y'all, because I don't eat them. All right, there's that. What about, Dana, you have to try it. Period, the end. The brushing is a total game changer. What if we use a little bit of currant jam mixed with white? All right, so I'm going to grab my color tray and put it over here with some of that white I originally had from the cherry color. Just to lighten it up a smidge. All right, now next we have, what do we have next? We have an apple. I'm going to use candy apple for that one. To me, that's a no-brainer. Although you could do like a Granny Smith apple. Make it green. Okay. Let's pull this up. Ta-da! Y'all, this is so much fun. All right, let me hold this. I have pea pods. I have tomato. What color should we use for the tomato? I know tomatoes are red, but we need a stem for sure. So I'm going to go into my bark and do a bark stem for the apple. And then we'll do red around the outside. Oh, yellow apple I started. Okay, let's do, wonder if we could mix red with something else for the tomato. This would look really cute on a tea towel too, with all the different colors. Okay, now the inside is going to be, let's have our little bitty seeds. And then it's like a yellowy. Just grab camel. Like that. Okay, another one done. This time I'm going to pull from the other direction. All right, then we're going to lay it back down. Should we darken up the red with black, maybe, for the tomato? There we go. Okay, I'm going to work on my peas. So my thought for the peas was pesto. Let me grab a paintbrush. Some tomatoes are orange. Red, yellow, orange blend on the tomato like a green tomato. Okay. All right, let's go with pesto for the pea pods. And then I think what I'm going to do for the middle part where the actual peas are, I'm going to do a lighter green and see what it looks like. There's 3 of them. Holy cow. We're going to be here a while. It doesn't have to be perfect because I do like the color blending. And then we'll just add dots in the center. What color should we use for the peas? Sage. It's going to be our lighter green. Or we have meadow. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I gotta work fast. Hello, hello. Y'all make sure you hit that heart button for me. I think we should go sage, huh? Let's do a combination of both. Yes. Oh, this is so fun. Some will be brighter than others. All right, lift it up. Yes, that's so awesome. Now, I did miss a spot up here. Let me fix that. And here. That's the beauty of this, y'all. Y'all can peel it up and then lay it back down. Okay? All right, tomato. Y'all said to mix some red and yellow and orange. Will that look like fire? Thank you. Citrus, oranges, or lemons to break up all the green on top. Yeah, that's a good idea, Linda. Good morning, Laura. Okay, here we go. Paintbrush. We use candy apple there. I'm gonna go red here. A little bit of orange. I'll have to dig out this mixed color once I'm done. It's fine. Hopefully this turns out like a tomato. Y'all, I double dog dare you to try this paintbrush technique. Okay, that looks like a tomato. 2 more to go, y'all. Okay, let's set that back down. I missed a spot. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now we have, I'm gonna do this as a lemon. So, let's grab a mini squeegee and we're just gonna use good old Bumblebee. And just get all of it covered. And then we've got, let's see, green. Let me grab my green. And their stems are green too. Just like so. Okay. No, Linda, you're fine. But you're right. There's a lot of green up there. All right, now we're on to the corn. So I'm going to lift this up and make sure that I have this all laid down. And I think for the corn, I need a lighter green. Let's do, we're almost done. What if we do sage mixed with some white? For the husks. And then maybe add a little bit of meadow. See if I can achieve the color I want. That's a little on the lighter side. So let me try this. All right, let's go up this way. And there is our corn husk. Okay. Next, last one. Let me grab some Sunnyside and Bumblebee. We're gonna mix these. Is there a maze? What do you mean by that? Deb says the corn dune in yellow. Why do you say that, Deb? Okay, I'm gonna listen to you today, okay? What if we do, yeah, I guess there's different color, like light corn. Is it the sweeter corn that's lighter color? I don't know. I could be making stuff up. Is corn even sweet? All right, let's mix that in. A little bit more yellow. Okay. All right, let me peel this up just to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, I gotta get my thingy here to lay this on. Holy moly. Okay, I need to clean this. Bear with me just a second, because I have colors that are sitting here on this transfer that need to be wiped off ASAP. So let me move all my stuff. Grab my transfer. And this is just a little dish drying mat. And then I'm going to spray it. Like it's the carrots where we started first. And then I'm going to use wipes on this if I have enough. Super sweet is lighter. Okay. So let's just take a wipe and start wiping this off. This is how you would clean your transfer. You only want to use the wipes on the non-sticky side. Okay, I'm going to spray more water. Now, I will tell you that the colors are going to stay in your transfer, but it's not going to ruin it, okay? Your goal is to remove all of the paste from the screen. Okay, so that's what we are working on right now. My sleeve keeps coming down. But if it stains around the outside, it's totally fine. As long as it's out of your silk screen, you are golden. This would also look cute on like our napkins, our cloth textile napkins to put on your table. Okay, I got majority of it off. Let me work on the garlic. Now we're gonna grab our spray bottle, do it again. This time we're gonna use a board eraser. Okay. So I'm gonna spray this with water, and we're gonna take this over the entire thing and just wipe away the rest of that paste, making sure that it gets removed from the silk screen. These board erasers are a must-have with our silk screen stencils, okay? All right, so that got a lot off. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a paper towel and wipe off all that water, okay? And then we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna clean the back side because our paste does go through the screen and we wanna make sure the back side or the sticky side is all clean. Look at all that, okay? So now, flip it over. Now remember, I'm not gonna use the wipe on this side. I'm gonna use my board eraser and just work all that paste out of the screen. Now, it may be easier for y'all to take this to the sink and clean it. If you don't have a big area to work with, totally fine. Just run the water over your transfer and take your board eraser and clean it off. Okay, now I'm gonna take another paper towel. Yes, agreed, Cheryl, 100%. This would even look cute on our white aprons. You know, we have new, brand new white aprons. All right, so now I'm getting all of that additional water off that I sprayed on there. And I'm gonna take it, fold it to where it's sticky side facing out. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how I put the backer sheet on. So I'm gonna lay it sticky side facing up. Okay, and I'm gonna show you, there's a yellow side and a white side, okay? You want the white side to the sticky side. So I'm gonna roll it up. And then I'm gonna have the white side facing out. And then I'm gonna lay it here, line up my corners, line up my edges, put my pointer finger and my thumb right here, and just let it fall. And then you just press it down, make sure that it is flat. Okay, sometimes you'll have extra water, so I'm just gonna use this. Yeah, you'd have to do the water thing. I totally get it. Some of our larger transfers, I have to do the same thing. And then I'm just gonna clean it off. And look, now we can use it again. Okay? All right, let me grab the board and I will show you. So remember, we put our veggies and fruit on what I'm calling like the underneath. So whenever I set it on my counter, it's going to be where the paste side is facing down so that I can use this side and wash it. Okay, hand wash it. But look at this, y'all. How stinking fun is this? Now, you could get real fancy if you wanted to and go in and like watercolor the center of like your apples and your pomegranate. But I love this transfer. So very much. Love it, love it. Let me just make sure it's dry. That is not dry. And the cool thing about this is if you mess up, because it's glass, you can just fix your mistake. And then like, there's like little knobs for the corners so that it stands up off of your counter. I think it's super cute, y'all. I love it. So let me know what y'all think. I've got a lot of paste jars to put away. But there you have it. I think it's so cute. And it's going to look really good on my countertop. It's like a gray, white, black speckled countertop. And I think it's really going to make these fruits and veggies pop. So hit the heart button, y'all. Let me know what you think. Comment the word kitchen to grab your transfer, and then just add the colors that you want. Like I said, we used a whole bunch, probably like 20. But we'll see you next time, okay? Bye, friends.